Well, hello, Renegades. It's Ken Lawson, Renaissance Man, and I am here with Starry Night, finally. I went to React the other day, and I decided to go ahead and watch first night, second night, third night separately and not do reactions to them because they look like very long, more like, I'm not going to say skit-like, but they were more story-oriented. And I really wanted to go ahead and react to Starry Night, so I just decided to go ahead and go with those. And it didn't look like people that had been reacting to them had really been getting much interest either. So I figured if people aren't, that interested in watching reactions to it, then why do it, right? So we're going to go ahead and jump into Starry Night. I do know a few things about this painting, and of course I had to wear the perfect shirt for it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I don't think this is necessarily the end of the tale. I'm not positive because I don't know if he's going to make this an ongoing thing for a concept for the whole album or if it's going to end with this. I did see that he directed this himself, so that's pretty cool. And other than that, I looked to see, I was looking for when I go to do my editing, if there was going to be like a whole lyric thing or if I should turn on lyrics or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and turn lyrics on, and we'll hope that he did them himself. I believe he did. He did that on the last couple, I think. But I am not going to get heavily into the lyrics talking about them as we go. But I'll look at them as, and see if there's something in particular I want to point out as we go along. Particular lines that jump out or things like that. But I'm going to focus a lot on the storytelling and the music and all that as well. So let's go ahead and jump into this, and we'll see how things go. All right. I will get the Ren and Skinner Brothers ones done. Like I said, I've got a couple of them shot. I just haven't edited them, and I think I had started, but I haven't finished. And then I'll get the other shot, but I wanted to get this first. All right. And I do know that Starry Night was one of the last paintings that Van Gogh did. It was, I think, a year before he died. Oh, and I did, like I said, I watched the other three nights and saw the stuff with the professor and him getting his ass kicked for no good reason whatsoever, and the fact that it's almost like this game show. Ooh, off to a neat start because that's not what I expected. Oh, neat. I love the way he plays with sound going in and out of different places. That was really neat. A really cool rhythm, too, for it just...
How do I begin? Wait a minute, I know. Step one, I repent. Step two, let me go. No, three, maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind. So allow me to introduce myself to your manifestation of everybody in this room. Duh, ever felt discarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded, it's retarded. Putting all the power in the palms of the heartless. Lions don't care when chewing on carcass. Homeless levels rising, the politicians pardon. Slave labour wage, docking pay for the farmers. Britain, Great Britain, no, you're a slave, Great Britain. Tax bracket rise, grow. Give a tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Well, the everyday people getting fucked till they broke, so let me unload, I'm on a roll, I never vote, big in the polls, bring the road, who's in control when there is no food in the bowl. It's a low blow, representatives don't show empathy, plain to see, represent me, no soccer. Britons break backs just for bread and butter. Fuck the PM, did they stutter? In the PM,
right,
there'll be bodies
yes.
in the gutter. Blood-stained hands, milk up poor land's udder. 9 to 5, can't survive away just to work in the...
Okay, I want to pause there because I do want to look at the lyrics real quick. Because what I'm catching, I really like the whole concept of it being like group in prison and him laying things out to other people that are probably from the same situation he was, because it sounds like what he's saying is there any surprise that we're here the way the government and society and all that just pushed us and pushed us and pushed us towards this kind of outcome because of basically, wearing them down. But yeah, I really love that it's not, a hip-hoppy sound to the beat. It's, stomp and clap. And it just really, really cool idea. Good directing so far, too. And I like that he's going, I can repent for my sins and all that, but for one, I wouldn't be repenting because I really am repenting. And another thing, they're not going to let me out anyway. So, why? But I like him when he just says, fuck that, let me speak my mind. Yeah, that manifestation of everybody in this room is, that felt discarded by a system and disregarded. Oh, that's regarded to be something. And I like to, and this is just a little thing, but when he said it's retarded putting all the power in the palms of the heartless, I like that he didn't shy away from that word, because people making it a bad word no matter what the use. I mean, if you're using it in the way that's the actual meaning of the word, then it should be fine to use it. It's when people use it to describe a person or another person or whatever, and that it becomes derogatory. But I don't think it's a bad word just all around. I think it's just being made that way. But that's just my 2 cents. And I love this, lions don't care when chewing on the carcass, because he's basically saying they were made this way. This is their nature. Why should they have to feel bad for what they do when it's just part of their nature? And especially because it's, all of this down through here is basically saying how Britain has screwed them over. And it actually, so far, the parallels sound very, very much like the U.S. With the current administration, of being even more so towards the rich and towards the corporations and all that, and screw all the workers underneath. They're just giving lip service to them, but that's not who they're serving. And I especially love this line, representatives don't show empathy, plain to see. Represent me? No, sucker. Because, once again, here, that's very much the way it feels right now. On one side in particular, to me. Everybody can have their own opinions, but for me personally, I do feel one side is much more no empathy for lower income, people that do the work. Okay. God, we're even getting into never vote, rigging the polls, and, who's in control. Wow. He might as well be talking about it here. All right, let's get back into it. Loving the directing, though. It's really nice.
Just for bread and butter. Fuck the PM. Did they stutter? In the PM, there'll be bodies in the gutter. Bloodstained hands.
He reminded me of Mr. Garvey there.
9 to 5, can't survive away just to work in a job that can't provide. It's by design. My hands are tied. I climbed that, on this that. How the fuck can I pretend it's fine? The water.
Ooh, his timing in here is awesome.
To the slaughter before your eyes. It's for the new world order. Except our minds, court of law, a horse who will bend for bribe. All the while,
it's where he's
reality
accenting.
TV, sleep easy, wake and repeat the cycle. Are you taking the Michael? Better beat it up. City full of sheep tweeting on the social media. Tabloid twisting tails and it's causing mass hysteria. Polarise the people, never by the hand that's feeding you. When it comes to war, they'll be calling for you, needing you. Fighting for a cause that wasn't yours, then leaving you. Hyperpolarizing the left and the right. Are you
ooh, I love that he dropped it down to the guttural.
War for the Brexit, make a swift exit. The NHS rots, where was tax directed? Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet dance for the neglected. Impunity from true flies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, 2 parties resurrected.
Huh. Ooh. Wow, I did not expect beatboxing in here.
Yes, I am though. Malevolent, degenerate.
I'm going to run that back and hear it again because that was some nice beatboxing on both their parts. And I like, too, that this isn't, that he didn't constrain himself to, this has all got to be one shot. Because he's telling a very multifaceted story. Well, I mean, what he's expressing is pretty, directed at one thing. But he's taking the story to different places. And so I like that he's not constraining himself. But let's hear that beatboxing again.
You all for the Brexit, make us with exit. The NHS rots, where was tax directed? Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet dance for the
I love that part.
Impunity from true flies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, 2 parties resurrected.
Ooh. Before we go on here, what a great line there. But yeah, when he said, fuck the PM, did I stutter? It reminded me of Mr. Garvey from Key and Peele. Did I stutter right then? Yes. One of my favorite sketches from Key and Peele. If you've never seen it, go watch Substitute Teacher, Mr. Garvey. Boy, he's got a lot of lyrics happening in here really, really quickly. But the thing is, they don't feel rushed. They all feel right in time with the music, and his changing the timing of the music around the beat that's being done. Really, really nice, because he's changing, whether he's doing it in, little eighth notes or a little bit of 16th notes here and there, and just mixing it up. He's just going all over with it. It's really nice. Okay, but this whole thing right here, yeah, look, there goes another fucking Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet, dance for the neglected. Impunity from truth lies to be expected. Shouldn't be. But these days, yes. Here we expect it. And sever head of Hydra, 2 parties resurrected, which I think in Britain they have a lot more, or UK, whatever. They have a lot more parties than we do here. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But it's basically, I think, saying that the parties are so far apart that, you cut off the head of the government and you still have the 2 parties that are vying. So let's get back into it. I'll bring up part 2 or act 2. Let's beatbox this bitch.
The neglected. Impunity from true flies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, 2 parties resurrected.
That's so nice. And it doesn't lose any of the energy that we had earlier.
I am though. Malevolent, degenerate, delegate. Incarcerate the truth, keep it separate. The fabric of society is dead, look. They don't want me in the room, I'm the elephant. Let's go. I guess I was fucked from the get-go.
Ooh, I love the way he delivered that.
Wrong planet, wrong mind. Guess you could say I was destined to break, because I get no satisfaction. I go stoned ETAs with ET.
So many good things in that one little section there. When he was talking about, he's the elephant in the room. I mean, he is what they don't want to have to talk about, because if they have to talk about the people that are being hurt by their policies, then their policies start to look cruel. So people don't want to have to look at the end result of what they're doing. So that's cool. But I love this right here. I like his delivery of it. We'll play that in a second. But I like this. I guess I was fucked from the get-go. Wrong place, wrong time. Once again, getting beat in his cell. But this line right here, because I get no satisfaction, I roll stoned. Which, of course, Satisfaction is a Rolling Stones song. And he's saying because his life is so shitty that he gets no satisfaction, he combats it by just getting stoned, getting drunk, Wow. But his delivery coming into this really, really good.
Wrong time, guess so. Wrong planet, wrong mind. Guess you could say I was destined to break because I get no satisfaction. I roll
That is so
stone.
cool.
ETAs with ET. I phone home. ETC. Don't blink. Life is gone. Time don't wait. The show must go on. In London underground, come rain and thunder. Junkies, drunks, and punks stung by the hunger. God is good until life push you under. One by one, become cold like the tundra. One by one, cast out like pariah. Sever heaven body, so body bow to Messiah.
I love the way he's using his voice.
Everybody soon expire.
Run, little liar. Ooh, that was creepy and cool. Wow. I love that. Oh, it's like the picture from the thumbnail. Ooh. Oh, wait, what is that from? After he's done, I'll pause that.
There's no democracy. Democracy ain't court.
I'll have to figure out what that's from because I think it's from one of the parts of like Jenny and Screech or one of the other parts of the music, but wow. So cool. Yeah, I went through most of the stuff that jumped out at me. Oh, wow. What a line. One by one cast out like pariah, sever head from body, so body bow to Messiah. Wow. Basically saying if you just kill their hopes and dreams and all that, which would be cutting the head off of the body and make them feel less than, then they'll bow to the power that is supposedly controlling them, government or whatever. Really, really cool. But this liar section, one of my favorite things in the song so far.
To liar.
I love the mixing on it too, and the strings. Oh, it might just be synth, but I'll look it up. Got that Eastern feel to it. Kind of Arabic scale in a way.
There's no democracy. Democracy ain't corporate lobby free for all. Democracy ain't rich boys, silver spoon seniors. Democracy ain't eating up a lie then forgiving you. Democracy ain't choosing between herpes or chlamydia. Democracy, hypocrisy, a synonym entwined. Take a baby, then deliver him, position him in line, and then imprison him, condition him in school to make him blind. After they christen him, the father, son, the ghost, but not the mind. We are divine, we lose potential when we gravitate degree. We are benign, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need. We are designed to be magnificent, we waste that when we walk. Starry night, Vincent, inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself, the war of every working man. The war of what's and why's and how's, and when's the time to take a stand? And who's the one to put me in my place? You, or is it God? It's compliance, staying silent. If defiance comes from love, I come from love. I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from...
Oh, okay, this is awesome. For one thing, I love the shot of him looking up at the ceiling in the Starry Night painting and moving on his ceiling, because I was reading up on Starry Night before this, and Van Gogh wasn't allowed, at this point when he painted Starry Night, he was in an asylum at that point. It was after he'd cut his ear and all of that stuff. But he wasn't allowed to paint in his room. So he painted the things he could see from his window or from his walks, but he could only paint them from memory because he wasn't allowed to paint in his room or paint, looking at things as much. And he had said that Starry, that nighttime sky had as much color as daytime, and that all the stars weren't just white dots. They were all different colors, and so he pictured them as movement. And so really neat showing that in a way of him laying in his cell, picturing that. It reminded me of Queen's Gambit a little bit, of her playing chess on the ceiling when she was on her little pills. Okay. I know I'm jumping one thing to the next. Yeah, all this stuff about democracy and all that, but saying what democracy isn't. And this choosing between herpes and chlamydia is basically saying when your only choices are one disease or the other, is there really a choice? It's really, really interesting there. But the line I really loved is, a baby, then deliver and position him in line, and then imprison him, condition him in school to make him blind. It's basically saying that schools are basically a prison where they're conditioning you. You're basically screwed from the start because they're just going to stick you in one prison after another. Whether it's school is a prison, a job is in a way a prison because you're required to be there for a certain amount of time and not allowed to leave. And for some people, then that leads to the discontent that he feels and leads him to prison. Really, really, really good stuff. Let's get back into it because this sounds like it's going to be awesome. This is masterfully put together.
There's no democracy.
I like that it's
Democracy ain't
piano
corporate
here,
lobby free for all.
and then
Democracy
strings.
ain't rich boys, silver spoon seniors. Democracy ain't eating up a lie, then forgiving you. Democracy ain't choosing between herpes or chlamydia. Democracy, hypocrisy, a synonym entwined. Take a baby, then deliver him, position him in line, and then imprison him, condition him in school to make him blind. After they christen him, the father, son,
then I love these voices start to come in.
divine. We lose potential when we gravitate to greed. We are benign, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need. We are designed to be magnificent. We waste that when we walk.
I love how they're building up the
Vincent,
sound.
inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself, the war of every working man. A war of what's and why's and how's, and when's the time to take a stand? And who's the one to put me in my place? You or is it God? It's compliance.
You hear the putting in little
Come from love. I come from love. I come from hope. I come from truth. I come from trust. I am the last
Omen
remaining
music.
push inside a world that turns to dark. Against the people so determined, or to die. And for what? Love of power, love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about love for the sake
I
of
love how
love? What about really loving us?
unhinged he
I mean
sounded
really
there.
loving us. That means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet creation. Do you hear the mention strong? For there's more to music. Life is music. Music is the tongue. In the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is the drum. Hear it, hear it, hear it. That's the song that
wow.
in your chest and lets you know that you belong. We are one, we are one, we are free to one song. Something better, better.
The
yeah,
rhythms
that's
he's
what we
playing
cannot
with
live
through
on.
here. And the way that guitar came in, I at first thought it was a synthesizer, but it was guitar, unless it's a guitar synth, that they're playing the guitar parts on a synth, which is possible. Wow. Let me look at the lyrics real quick. I'm just going to give the overall view. I'm not going to go through them line by line or anything. But I love this. And when's the time to take a stand? Because when you're being beat down like that, it's funny, Vincent inside cell block 44. I'll have to look up and see if there's a block 44 that has to do with when he was in the asylum. That would be interesting. Ooh, what a great line here, because, he's basically saying, who are you to judge me? Is it you judging me or is it God? Because I've got to decide to take a stand once it becomes too much. And then he gets to this, defiance comes from love. Interesting. I'll have to think about that line and put something in the writing. Oh, I come from love, I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from trust. Wow. He's basically saying if we don't do something, if we don't stand up now, then the world's just going to turn to dust around us. And that the love that's driving that, the love of whether it's country or other people or whatever, is what has to drive that fight to not let it all fall apart around you. And then we're getting up into here, and for what? Love of power, love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about the love for the sake of love? It's basically saying that, and this is all true. Once you start loving other things outside of just love for other people, love for yourself, then you're starting to infect yourself with the things that end up ruining society. And I definitely believe that. Well, it really feels like what he's getting to is the apathy that the people in the governments and the parties and all that have for just the way people treat each other. If we could get back to treating each other like we want to be, live by the golden rule, that we could reshape society back to what it was supposed to be before it became corporate and greed and power and all these other things. And wow, he has built a musical masterpiece here in the way that it built.
For separation while we're moving round the sun.
Yeah,
for the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. That's the song of sweet creation.
I just
Do you
love
hear
the way
there's more to
this
music.
expands
Life is music.
outward.
Music is the tongue in the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is
And
the
that
drum. Hear
kind
it,
of synthy
hear it,
guitar.
hear it. That's
Ooh.
the thunder in your chest that lets you know that you belong. We are one, we are one, we are free to one song.
Wow, what a-
Something better, yet reset so we can all live on.
I just love how it just goes into this rock guitar here. That is really cool. And like I say, I think it's synth guitar. But you never know, it could be just processed. Ooh. And now these voices feel more hopeful on the outsides.
Vincent! Oh good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe.
I wonder if all of that was his dream of the rebellion against the government and all that, and against the repression of life. And now he's waking up from that dream, facing this scientist dude who we saw in the other nights, in the one documentary style thing, and then the other segment where they were deciding on who was going to be participants that may get out, may not.
Oh good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe hands here now. Please be patient. You see, we are the cutting edge rehabilitation. Don't you feel so excited for this new innovation? Not a guards, what the fuck, man? I think I wanna leave. Oh, leave? I'm afraid that that's impossible, see?
Okay, before we go too far, I want you to listen to just the backing track on here. Because the backing track is really, really cool and interesting and carrying, it's putting a nice, not just standard doom, ta doom, ta or doom, ta dun dun ta. It's got this cool little feel to it. So just listen to the backing track here and the little accents they're putting in.
Vincent!
It's almost like the claps are
good,
hi-hat.
he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe hands here now. Please be patient. You see, we are the cutting edge rehabilitation. Don't you feel so excited for this new innovation? Not a guards, what the fuck, man? I think I wanna leave. Oh, leave? I'm afraid that that's impossible, see? You see, we're part of a new program, it's a government scheme. We're making gentlemen from criminals, and that's what you'll be. With a brand new method to sort of test. Like how good God's
These
son,
voices,
you'll be
man.
resurrected. What the fuck you on about? What kind of brand new method? Well, we take the frontal lobe and we kind of dissect it. With your synapse augmented with our new serum injected, it aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defect. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum, that is expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it.
So basically they want to frontal lobotomize him, put this chemical in his brain to reconnect all the good parts. And as Tom Waits said back in the day, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. So that probably works for Ren here too. Well, Vincent.
Augmented with our new serum injected, it aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defect. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum, that is expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it. Guards, this one will do. Yes, this one's fine. Take him away.
Wow. I'm assuming there's more parts to all of this. Because I think we're right. Yeah, we're right at the end. Oh, to be continued. So obviously, yes, more parts. every time you think Ren can't outdo himself, he does something else that just takes him to another level. And this is no exception. The mixing and the arrangement on all of this and the cool patterns he was using behind the singing and then laying cool patterns on top of that. Really amazing stuff. Couldn't be happier with it. And then the video, I thought he did a great job directing just on his own this time. Because I know, he directs in the way that some things go, but this felt more like Ren direction. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's pretty much it. I will see you all again soon. Like I said, I'll be getting Ren and the Skinner Brothers stuff done, and I'm going to try and pick up some other things along the way. I've now told my last client that I am done with the kind of work I was doing before, so now this is going to be my full-time thing, because I was making promises of things I was going to get out, and then I would get work come in that would take me 2 to 3 days, and then it would throw off my whole schedule. And I don't need to make a lot of money. I just need to pay my bills, and this is all getting to where I can at least pay my bills. So that way I can concentrate on getting out the content the way that I want to and not make promises that I can't keep. So there you go. If you want to support me on Patreon, please do. And I'll be trying to get more and more out. So I'll see you all again next time. You have a great day, great night, great life. Bye.